Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. Thanos Stage 35, Tier 3 Iron Man with the help of She-Hulk, Phil Coulson, S.H.I.E.L.D., and 5 of the best strikers that I can come up with to possibly beat this stage. Let's redo the end of Endgame, but this time, let's try to make Tony Stark survive. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and we're doing stage 35 with the big Tonus Magonis, trying to see if we can, well, first of all, do this stage, because it is a pretty challenging stage, and then see how far we can, how far else we can push Tony, if in fact we can clear the stage. If in fact we get down to the last bar and we still have, let's say 20 seconds left, I think that is, I don't know what I was doing there, I think that is a good enough indication that Tony would be able to clear, we're going to cancel quickly to 5, clear the full stage 35. I've seen clears on YouTube of up to 30, so shout out to the people that I've seen clear that. Good job on, playing Tony and playing that well. This is a pretty difficult boss. I've been practicing a tiny bit. I probably should not have hit that so early, but we're going to sort of live with our mistakes here. And quickly cancel into the 5th skill just for the immunity so we don't get snared by the tornadoes, and then also so we can charge up the tier 3 skill. One of the things that I really like about one thing that I really like about Iron Man specifically, I was gonna say, is that you can outrun both Corvus and Proxima's attacks, as well as the Cull Obsidian Ebony Maw attacks later on. There's some of the really juicy damage that you just saw, where the bars, Thanos' bars, just kind of blinked out of existence. But yeah, one of the things I really like is how fast Iron Man is, which allows you to stay in the game, and basically you don't have to switch. As long as you don't make really obvious bad mistakes, you should be able to stay in. That's the only time where you can't stay in, is when he does the purple slam, unless you have disengaged. I like to play really aggressively, so I don't like to disengage. I like to go full throttle, pedal to the metal. But, that is sort of the only weakness that Iron Man has that Thanos can exploit. But if you pop that tier 3 skill and you get Thanos to stand in it like the dummy that he is, you get some pretty dope damage out of it, I gotta say. And normally you do want to proc on, I believe it's we're gonna have to switch here. You do normally want to proc on the 4th skill. I've been practicing a lot more with not canceling the 4th skill. I know a lot of people left that message in the comments. Don't cancel the 4th skill. There's huge damage at the end of the 4th skill, etc. I couldn't, my family couldn't get pregnant, and then we used the 4th skill, and now, we're 6 months, in to our second pregnancy. So yes, I've embraced the powers of the 4th skill, but let's embrace now the speed. The blinding speed, as long as I don't get stunned, the blinding speed of Iron Man. Look at this. No switch necessary, just do your little S move, and you get this beautiful, little cinematic where you don't have to dodge, you don't have to stop the fight with Thanos, and you can go toe-to-toe with this big purple bastard. I just need to know what he's doing. I'm not wearing headphones, I'm being a brave boy, so we're gonna see here if I can pop 6. Okay, he did the debuff, so we're gonna have to fly. Okay, we're gonna have to just switch. That was pretty scary. I actually could have died there with Iron Man. Whew, little chill there for a second, but we are on pace right now to clear this stage. We're coming back strong. That 5th skill that I did was probably just a tiny bit rushed, but that's okay. We want to push him into the last phase of his. We want to push him into the last phase of the fight so that we can continue, but we are in a little bit of trouble because we took a ton of damage. We did get the heal there at the end, which is nice, but now we have to just go. We have to go for a couple reasons. One of the reasons we have to go is because he's going to do this iframe bullshit. One of the other reasons we have to go is because we're running out of time. And yeah. But the 5th skill still does good damage. Uh-oh. No! Okay. We died there. I made a mistake. I didn't press the 1 skill fast enough. I definitely think we could have cleared this. Bacon's over there losing his mind in the background, distracting me. What are you doing? And basically, yeah, I definitely could have cleared this stage, guys. We will do another attempt later on, maybe on the live stream. But yeah, 1 minute left, less than 3 bars left. If I had landed his proc correctly, we could have crushed it. Let's take Tony into some other gameplay now. We've done GBR, we've done Thanos. I've heard good things about Corvus. I've also been doing Ebony Maw. Yeah, he can do Ebony Maw. So I'm going to try Corvus this time around. We can do Ebony Maw if you guys want to see that. He can also do Cull Obsidian. It's pretty nice, you know. Tony's doing 4 out of 5 world bosses. So we're going to crank Corvus up to, let's try 69. Let's be bold here. Let's try stage 69. Now, we don't have any ignore dodge strikers, so we do need to augment this team just a little bit, because right now, obviously, although this is a lot of damage, this doesn't... Actually, you know what? Let's just keep this team up here, these bonuses, and let's just switch these strikers around. We're actually just going to go for 80% ignore dodge. I think that should be enough. It's not quite 100%, but Deadpool does a lot of damage. Let's just try this out. You know what? I've seen people use Ancient One as a leadership, which is 45% energy attack on top of 25% ignore dodge. That's really nice, but I really like She-Hulk's leadership. And especially since Iron Man as a blast type gets reduced damage from I'm never gonna proc my CTP of rage. Oh no, maybe I do need that 20% damage. But yeah, because Tony is get back here, you clown, you old dusty clown. Tony is a blast type. He is going to have reduced damage, 50% reduced damage. So we're gonna try to mitigate that with She-Hulk, and we're gonna try to mitigate that with the strikers to really get off as much damage as possible. Right now, we're not doing a really good job of sticking to the rotation, primarily because I've been terrified of getting hit, because on this stage, even though the base damage isn't that bad, the bleed is absolutely ridiculous. So if you get hit by an attack, you're gonna bleed for like a bazillion damage. We're gonna switch here because he's doing his little charge up, and he's doing his flames plus purple meteors. You can now observe for the next 5 seconds how insanely slow Phil Coulson is. Of course, I got frozen. Of course, he can't dodge all of that stuff. Are you kidding me? But we're doing a pretty good job. We're only a minute in right now. That was kind of weak, but we've kind of missed a lot of attacks, I feel like. So we're gonna try to freeze him and then pop 6 right away, and then 6 into 3 into, well, we wanted to cancel that, but okay. He keeps getting away from me somehow. He keeps getting like really far away. I'm not really sure why. What do we do with the team up? We do 2 with the team up. I don't really like that. But yeah, he seems to be just getting really far away from me, which is annoying because it makes me, you know, have to reposition it. I lose some damage. See, look, he keeps jumping back like an asshole. Ooh, the 6 skill slides in there, though. Slide in there, my dude. I think he dodged the vast majority of it, though. That was probably the worst proc we've done to date. But, well, that means it can only be up from here. But I don't think we've landed a nice one on 4. This one might be good. Not really. I think we got bled, which is a big problem. So we're gonna have to hit the 4 and try to heal some back. Oh, we did get the heal. He keeps iframing, though. It's really pissing me off. We're losing time because he's iframing, and he's basically canceling our 4th skill. Apparently, there's quite a bit of damage at the end of the 4th skill, as I've been told by the YouTube commenters. And we're trying to get him to eat that damage. See, look, another iframe. Jesus. You know what? Mind control strikers actually are super underrated against Corvus specifically. Although we do have the 2 or 3 seconds of time freeze, I don't think this is going to work. We're going to have to get obscenely lucky with him just standing in a whole bunch of damage in order for this to actually clear. Because right now we're running out of time in a big way because he doesn't stay still, and he's not going to stay still because there's no strikers to you know, stop him, of course. Yeah, so right now we're about a minute behind schedule. I think we're going to call this one and come back again with a better team. So we decided to opt for a completely different team. We're going with Cable for the 50% lead, and then we are bringing in 2 strikers that will allow us to freeze or mind control, which should give us quite a bit more in the way of sort of locking down Mr. Move Around and Spaz, Corvus Glaive. We didn't miss the proc there, but we just didn't get too much damage in. but we're, you know, doing pretty well right now. I'm not sure if this is ideal from a proc standpoint of view, but we are going to try to go like this and then do this and then do the other one. Again, not sure if this is ideal for Corvus specifically, but we're just trying to get him to stay. Yeah, see, he constantly jumps out of range. Super annoying, especially against Iron Man now, because I think his 4th skill follows, it tracks, but the 5th doesn't. So you do lose that damage whenever you try to set it up. And of course, the 6th skill as well does not track. So you definitely want to pin him down before you go ahead and launch that 6, or at least hope that when you launch that 6, he gets pinned. But we're not in bad shape right now. It took us just over a minute to get that first phase down. Now it's on to phase 2. And maybe I should have just gone 3 into 4 instead of doing the 5 first, but let's continue to investigate with whatever the hell else you can call this this rotation here. I kind of like this. Not bad, not bad. Okay, damage is pretty pathetic. That was like half a bar. It seems like his 5th skill specifically is doing so much more damage to Corvus than any other skill, including 6. I'm not really sure if I'm just getting unlucky with ignore dodge, but yeah, let's see what happens here. Maybe it was all defense down that was being stacked by my strikers. I actually didn't consider that, but we're not in terribly good shape right now. That was bad damage as well. Let's try to proc here for 4, and we missed a bunch of times, and this is looking pretty dire right now. Stand in the laser, old dust man. Stand in the laser, dust man. Or don't. Yeah, we are falling behind schedule, just as we were in the first attempt with the other team. It doesn't seem to be too much of a difference. We're proccing all over the place because I'm just desperately searching for something that works, but I'm not really seeing a pattern that is necessarily better. And we went from 80% ignore dodge to 90%, and I don't really feel as though we're doing much better. So I hesitate to say that maybe it doesn't really matter all that much. But yeah, we're down to 2 minutes just like last time, and we are barely making it. I just maybe think 69 is not possible for him at this juncture. Maybe I need to refine the build a little bit. Maybe I need to refine the rotation a little bit. Perhaps the strikers need to be augmented a little bit, or a different setup entirely, or maybe a CTP of energy because it gives the inherent ignore dodge, which he might need. But let's see how much damage we do in this last part, in this last phase of the fight. Maybe I'm overestimating the amount of defense he has moving forward, and maybe we can compensate for that with, whatever is about to happen here. Let's see. Did we freeze him? So we did, but the damage is still pretty sad. We're gonna proc on 4 here. Oh, okay. We're seeing things happen. We're seeing a development, ladies and gentlemen. I can report there is a developing with about a minute left. Let's try to proc on. Oh, what? My 6th skill just vanished. Dude, the targeting in this game sometimes is so bad. It's actually quite frustrating. But let's see if we can, make something happen here without dying. Yeah, I don't know if we can actually do that, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see if we can set up the 6 and then pop the 4, and then oh wow, that damage is a lot nicer. We dodged that, which was nice as well. I think we time froze him. We need the strikers to come out in a big way right now. We also need to not get hit by this, because this will do a tremendous amount of damage and kill us from bleed. But there's still a possibility that we clear this if we can get the strikers to mind control here, or I'm just going to rely on my own time freeze into 6. There is damage. There's so much more damage in this phase than in the previous man. It looks like we're gonna fall short, but it wasn't that. We got time froze. Are you serious? It wasn't actually that far off. It seems like it was far off. We were 10 million off, but it wasn't really that bad. We got, I think, honestly, I think we were uncharacteristically unlucky with the strikers. I feel like the strikers were doing very little. So we're into the second phase of the fight. I actually ended up switching to a lower stage. We dropped down to 65, as you'll see from the top left-hand corner. I just couldn't get 69 to work for Tony and for the situation at hand, but we're having quite a lot of success right now, and we're quite, we're pretty much on pace for this clear with some time to spare, just by dropping in a couple of stages. So sometimes that's all it takes, is just a little bit of an adjustment for the difficulty, perhaps with more practice. I'm not going to say more raid level because that's impossible, but I'll get eventually to a higher stage. But right now, we're doing very well. The strikers are doing their job. Everything's really running like a well-oiled machine. One of the things that I'm continuously seeing and loving about Iron Man is that his 4th and 5th skill appear to continue to do their work when Tony loses track of his enemy. So I really like that. It makes for some really epic scenes. We're getting very lucky right now with these strikers, and we're doing a tremendous amount of damage. See, if this had happened on stage 69, I have no doubt that I would have been able to beat it. It was pretty frustrating and almost heartbreaking when I couldn't, but there you go. So look at that. He can definitely do 69. It's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of practicing it and getting lucky with the strikers. When you get lucky, you can see it. Minute 38 left. It definitely could push up 4 more stages, but I'm glad I was able to get some version of that fight finished for you guys. You saw the first half, very difficult, but even with just 2 minutes left, he can shred through. I mean, so I had 3 minutes left, and I shred through those last 12 bars in 1 minute and 22 seconds. So even with only 2 minutes left on the stage 69, I definitely could have done it with appropriate help from strikers and with positioning. But I think the positioning and the striker importance is quite vital to Tony's success. So don't get frustrated if you're playing and you're not winning, you're trying to emulate my result or someone else's. Just keep trying. You just need those strikers to be a little bit more cooperative. If it doesn't work for you on a specific day, just do a lower stage and come back tomorrow and try again if you don't have the patience for it to continue trying. But just a final recap on my build. I'm not done with Tony Stark or Iron Man videos, but I just want to let you guys know we're at 36,000, almost 37,000 energy attack, almost capped crit rate, 71% dodge, 175 crit damage, and we get additional 5%, I believe, from a team up with Coulson. Almost capped ignore defense, which you could leave at 45 if you're always going to pair him with Coulson, because Coulson also gives him a 5% ignore defense team up. And then we are just capped on cooldown with 121 attack speed, 5-star Uru, 6-star skills, level 0 type enhancement, stage 9 Power Vanguard Hulk, which definitely opens up the door for more build, power with another 10% all attack missing, very well rolled CTP of Rage, and then a mythic uni with most of the options either legendary, mythic, or heroic. So I'm pretty happy with the result overall. Let me know what you think of the stage 35 Thanos almost kill, the stage 65 Corvus mega kill with minute 40 left. And if you want to see Cull Obsidian Ebony, hit me up in the comments down below. If you want to see something else related to Iron Man, hit me up on Twitter, Discord, and that's basically it. Maybe line chat. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you enjoy the content, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.